I went from being somebody who drank quite a lot socially to having a serious alcohol problem. I used to get up in the morning and drink vodka. I felt so ill, and I knew that if I had a drink, I'd feel better.
A Saturday morning, I'd sort of get up and say to my wife, look, I've been really bad 3-4 days, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the B&Q, get some gardening stuff, and I'll be gardening. Off to B&Q, and on my way back, of course, I'd go to off-licence.
For an addict, alcohol has been the solution to a problem they probably didn't know they had. And on one level, it has been successful. However damaging it looks from the outside, internally, it has been successful.
Just after my mother died, my drinking got a lot worse. I was basically drinking 2 or 3 bottles of red wine a day, sometimes drinking a bottle of vodka.
While digging, I would sort of bury bottles and make sure that the straws are sticking up so that I knew where they were. And while digging, I'd be gardening, but crawling around, literally pissed.
It's a strange disease, alcoholism. We talk about it being the only illness that makes you think that you haven't got it.
I remember the first time someone said to me, it's an illness. And I said, look, hang on a minute, what are you talking about? An illness? But I realised, that was the problem.
I just thought that I drank too much and I needed to cut back a bit. And, I was totally amazed when he said to me, you are an alcoholic. You're not at all well. You need to go into rehab.
I think for some people it comes as an enormous relief because after years of trying to control their drinking, they now know that they really can't. What most people suffer from when they come here is, regardless of the presenting problem, a problem with an inability to trust and to have a meaningful relationship with themselves or with others.
Well, the biggest advantage for me was that, I found myself in a place sort of, full of addicts, alcoholics. But, we had the same sort of problems, same issues, and within 2 or 3 weeks, I sort of found a change in me.
I really like the counsellors there. I just, I hadn't realised that alcoholism and addiction is such a complicated subject, and I've been learning quite a lot about it. And it's very shocking to know what alcohol can do to people.
When people come, they don't have any hope, and I have to hold that for them for a while. But it is possible. I know that it's possible. There's no reason in the world why it isn't possible for that person to get to a place where they can act for themselves and take decisions for themselves. Sometimes it's very disappointing and very challenging. But I believe in recovery because I know that it works. And I believe in therapy because I know that it works. You just have to hang on in there.
I understand me now. I know what my issues are. Alcohol took away my right to choose, and that was the big problem. Now, today, if I have it back, I make sure that I make all the right choices. My wife, my kids, emotionally, I damaged them as well. But the recovery has brought it all back. Yesterday at LifeWorks barbecue, I invited my daughter for the first time, and she was fascinated by what happened to me and sort of what's happened to my life. In fact, she's studying psychology at the university.